Welcome to 𝐂𝐓𝐇𝐄𝐑𝐄𝐔, talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the court time of 9:50 a.m. on the Eastern Time on November 12th on Saturday. Hope you guys have a good week so far, and also a good weekend so far as well. Respect to Ethereum, $100,273, about just close to 1% so far, and so is Bitcoin. On the altcoin side of the equation, it's relatively volatile. You can see that clearly. Some of the altcoins are really just seems like they are on the brink of just being dead, or just completely diminishing. Seems like Solana is down 11% right now, while AVE is down about 8.38% right now. And if you look at the media spectrum, there isn't really anything specific that is driving up or down. But the technical front, we know that we had endured a relatively crazy week, right? Obviously, from the chronological order, let's just talk about this one by one. The election day happened on the 8th, right? Which we're still thinking, it's kind of still a mixed bag. Is it Democratic? Is it Republican? Which side are we going to be getting out of? It seems like it's still questionable. And then subsequent to that, we had, I guess, some moderately positive CPI report and PPI report that came out on the subsequent days on Tuesday, and obviously Wednesday with that anticipated pressure. But obviously Wednesday we got that black swan news coming out from FTX, Binance, on Binance potentially buying, basically rescuing FTX. But as that reviewed, people were start doing due diligence on it. Why did they do that? There's news around like Chinese regulatory constraint going forward, which drive a lot of stir. But also with respect to revealing that FTX was in deep trouble with liquidation crunch. So with that being said, it drives a lot of fear mongering among the market. And Sam Bankman-Fried, his net worth basically dropped from 16 billion to 1 billion in basically 24 hours. And then a lot of funds, including Alameda Research, basically got blown up. And now they filed for bankruptcy, right? Within just a week. Right, and obviously with that creates a very negative sentiment psychologically among the crypto market, crypto investors. So people immediately pulling out. People's accounts were trapped, with FTX. Now just wiped out completely. You talk about people's life savings, and I I guess I never used FTX before, but I'm sure there are a lot of people that are on this channel that have used this before. Were using it. Um, the legality front on potentially recuperating your money back is still very uncertain. I'm not even sure how that will play out going forward. But they did file for bankruptcy, so I don't really know if there's a way that they could actually pay back. It's not a small amount, right? Like they lost money. They just straight up lost a lot of money. So yeah, definitely give a bad taste in our mouths. And then obviously with the corporate, reduction, right? And also like Facebook announced 11,000 people being fired. Tesla, Twitter, with Twitter obviously firing half of the workforce, not just the small people, but the executive level as well, completely just gut it. So a lot of negative news this week, right? So, but let's take a look at the future perspective to see how it's gonna be playing out, right? So with respect to recording time of 9:55 a.m. on Eastern Time, we are looking to kind of glide down. You can see that we clearly bounced from a very submerged level of 27, right, at the 1,072. Which 1,050 is the level of resistance. So it seems that we got there. And then on weekly, it's unfortunate that we're still looking to kind of glide down. So seeing lower levels at 850, 750, it's actually quite logical based on the current setup right now. It seems like we still have these three peaks. On a monthly, we are looking to glide up eventually, but daily and weekly are still looking quite pessimistic at the moment. And then on Bitcoin, you can see that right now we're still deciding which way we're going, right? Daily, weekly. On a weekly perspective, it is looking to kind of cross down 15,500. Was the level that we were supposed to bounce. Like we were calling this the whole time. We did bounce from it, but unfortunately on a weekly, we're still looking to come down back to below 15,500. So that means we will see lower levels coming. But on a monthly, it is looking quite positive in a way. So we just have to be patient. But like seeing lower levels is definitely very logical. And then take a look at the index front. We did close on a positive note, just testing the 400 again. Daily looks query extended, like we're 62 off 70. Let's take a look at month. Oh, weekly, we form a golden cross. That's why we're still leaping. So it seems like the equity market looks quite opposite in comparison. So, I mean, this is a more of a delayed effect. And also at the same time, we know that around year end, most stocks are typically going to be up because of the Santa Claus rally, but you need to go through a dip before you obviously go up from there, right? So like November, October, typically they call those like red October or red November in a way. Before we head on to December, which is the window dressing, the Santa Claus rally to basically beef up the returns for fund managers for the sake of just beefing up the returns. So you're gonna see a lot of surprisingly positive news with some shock and awe affectation that is gonna lean more toward the positive side of the spectrum. So don't be surprised on that front. Okay. Well, it's a shorter one than typical, but obviously this week has been just very, very exhausting. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend, and also happy Veterans Day that just passed. I was actually very preoccupied yesterday, couldn't really make it out, but appreciate you, and have a good rest of the day, and take care. Bye.